What's up, Worcester? My name is Ben. A lot of people, they think they know all there is to know about Jeffrey Dahmer, but I wouldn't be surprised if that guy had a few skeletons in his closet. Both the last couple times I've gotten up on this stage, I've said something about Ivanka Trump. Might as well keep the streak going. And I guess I think she's good looking. I think most people would grant that. You might say that I wouldn't mind giving her my mushroom tip. And by mushroom tip, of course, I mean don't look in the mirror. No, seriously. Every time I've looked in the mirror while tripping on mushrooms, I've seriously fucking regretted it. My number 2 tip about using psychedelics is don't go into Walmart. I live pretty close to a super Walmart, so I'm in there a lot. And they instituted, there's a couple hours in the morning where they're trying to be more accommodating to people with might have kind of sensory issues, people that might have some form of autism or PTSD. But all they do is they just shut the music off. The harsh lighting is the same. The inaccurate signs for some of the merchandise, they didn't fix those. But I mean, it seems like a nice thought, but maybe not that great in practice, as long as they're not doing like product demos of like vacuum cleaners and hair dryers everywhere. Like I'm straight. Like the music wasn't, but I could be wrong. Maybe there's a lot of vets that were in a combat zone. They got captured and their captors were like, listen, we're just going to play Magic 106.7 until we break this fucking American bastard. And they just come back completely shattered. They're like, oh my God, every time I hear Delilah do a long distance dedication, I'm back in that fucking cage. I can't take it. So I'm technically disabled. The government says I'm disabled, which is fine as long as the free money keeps coming. But I think, people with disabilities have made a lot of progress, and we could make even more progress. I think it's totally possible we could have a dyslexic president in my lifetime. But it is true, I have noticed people with dyslexia, they make spelling errors sometimes, and that could cause problems. There could be some kind of natural disaster or civil disorder. Our dyslexic president tries to declare martial law, but declares marital law by mistake. Mexico divorces us. She takes half our shit. We got to pay her billions of pesos in alimony, Edad. And, we only get to see Texas on the weekends. That would suck, wouldn't it? The USA is like 7 drinks deep. They're talking to Canada, who's on the next bar stool. And of course, Canada, they're telling them all this. Canada is, of course, very polite, at least acting like they're sort of halfway paying attention. But they're thinking privately, this guy's a fucking hot mess. I gotta finish my drink and get out of here, eh? I found that my vocabulary, I learned things. I'm a parent. I've got a young kid. He's 2. Early on, we were over at my mom's house, me and my wife and my son, back when he was a baby. And my wife is, let's say, anatomically gifted. My mom says, well, you're not going to let him suffocate in your cleavage, are you? She says, no, of course not. I said, yeah, keep in mind, babies are different from Bill Clinton. They lack the motorboating instinct. That takes time to develop. All right, thank you. Good night.